What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. I am absolutely stoked for this knife right here. Before we get too far into the review process though, I guess unboxing, not really a review, I just want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. Also, head over to Instagram, follow us at WorkKnifeBalance939. We go ahead and post content over there. I'm starting to learn more about social media and how to use it properly. So you can connect with us, communicate with us, talk with us over there. It's a great way to let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see on the channel, and just give us your general feedback. It's absolutely fantastic and we love it. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into this knife. Work Knife Balance sticker. This is a Divo knife, as you can tell right here. We just last week went ahead and did the Divo Mash, which I've got right next to me. This is an absolute fantastic knife. I've loved this. I actually just carried this one today, along with a couple other knives, and Divo is doing some really cool things. I'm loving a lot of the stuff that they're doing. Tomorrow, you might not see this in time span, but tomorrow they drop the Pony Stout, which is going to be absolutely thrilled. They're going for 75 bucks each. I've got the actual stout here. The Pony Stout's just a little bit smaller. It's going to be another phenomenal knife, so I'm pretty stoked about that one. I'm going to pick up one or two of those as well myself. But let's get into this one right here. I'm not doing an unboxing because I actually didn't purchase this thing firsthand. This one I got from another YouTuber, Screaming Pirate EDC, and so thank you, big shout out to him for getting this over to me. I'm absolutely thrilled to have this. This was the exact knife that I was looking for. He got two, didn't want both of them, so I ended up picking this one up from him. I was very thrilled to have it. Comes with everything that it came with there. So you've got this absolutely massive cleaning cloth, which is cool. Divo Knives cloth right there to come through. You've got the Divo Buzz sticker, and then you've got the little Divo Knives patch, which is pretty cool. I don't do pouches with patches, but I collect the patches because I think it's just another cool little thing to have. And then here's the actual knife itself. Lefty does some really cool stuff. I really like how they have the leather on this their premium. They did that with the stout too. You got extra hardware. You've got like I wouldn't say blackout because it's not a black, it's that satin finish there, but you've got the blank hardware. So if you don't want the Divo logo on the pivot, you can put the blank in there, so that was pretty cool. And then he's got some washers and bearings in there as well. But this is the Divo Buzz. I really like this knife. I like how fidgety this one is. You can do a couple different things with this one. I just put my kids to bed and put lotion on the 2-year-old, so it might be a little bit harder, but you can do a reach around flip on that one, which is pretty cool when your hands aren't lotioned up. You can do the reverse flick on it, which is my favorite, but you can also reach up here and do a front flipper as well on that little like tomahawk mohawk at the top. So it's absolutely fun. It's a really nice knife. Comes with absolutely amazing action. This is a 20 CV steel. It is a Wharncliffe. They're calling it a Buzz Cliff because it's the Buzz knife right there. So it is that Wharncliffe style to it, which has been a more popular style in of recent, and I've really been digging it a lot. They have the belt satin finish on there, so it looks phenomenal. Like, this knife was very well thought out. Every detail came down with that hollow grind through. This is a really solid knife, but let's go ahead and get some measurements while we've got it out here real quick. From tip to tail, we are looking at about 7.6, I'd say, 7.5, 7.55. We'll say 7.55 on the overall length. We're looking at about 3.3 on the blade length, about 3.2 on the cutting edge there. So you've got a really nice EDC knife, a little bit larger than 3 inches. I personally love that 3-inch size. So this fits really close to it, a little bit bigger than my personal EDC, but I like bigger knives. They have a use and they're fun to have as well. So I wouldn't necessarily classify this as a big knife, but it is not a small knife either. So we'll go do some side-by-sides. Here's the Ontario Rat 1 up above. If you've been watching the channel, you know I've got some pretty regular comparison knives. Ontario Rat 2 down below. These are knives that everyone carries, everyone knows, so it's easy to see what size comparisons are going to look like for that. We're also going to go ahead and pull out the Spyderco Para 2 up top, and then we go ahead and do the Para 3 down below. You got a really good comparison right there with the Para 3. Blade's going to be a little bit smaller, but the handle looks like it's going to be about equal in size, maybe a little bit more on the Para 3, but not much. So that's a really good size comparison there for you, which gives you a good idea of what this is like. I don't know if you can pick these up as of right now. I do know Kevin was saying that once they get the full order in, these are made from Best Tech, I believe. And once they get the full order in, they're going to be available on a couple different retailers' websites. So keep an eye out for these. They will be dropping again soon if you missed the pre-order like I did. They're absolutely fantastic. I would highly recommend this knife. There's a lot of things that they just did in this knife that are absolutely baller. So love the choke up on this knife. It feels fantastic. It fits right in here. This choil is 50/50 choil, fits right in here perfectly. You've got further jimping up here too, which is nice because you can reach your thumb up to that jimping and it feels really good. And you can also, you don't have to pinch the blade because you can actually hold the large hole on this, which is really good. If you need to, you can get in here. That angled for the Warncliffe gives you a really nice place to put your finger. So the ergos on this knife are just absolutely fantastic. But some of the chamfering that they did around the knife as well, in the area for the liner, on the locks on both sides, and then on the top right up here, it just adds aesthetics to it, makes it look really nice as well. You've got minimal hardware as too. You got 1, 2, 3 on one side, and then 1, 2 over here with that D as well. With it being lefty's knife, you can definitely expect it to be ambidextrous and have a left side pocket clip, so it is there. You have an inset liner lock on this, so that was something that was pretty cool and something I really liked about it. It's not a liner that you see like on some others. I believe it's the same on the Mash as well. You got that inset liner lock right there, so that is something that's pretty cool. It doesn't say anywhere on this that it's 20 CV, but it is 20 CV. I thought it would have been really cool if they did something similar to the Mash and they added it down here like they did the 14C28, if they added the 20 CV, but that might just be an afterthought thing, and who knows, maybe Best Tech couldn't do that for some reason or didn't want to do that for some reason. So yeah, absolutely fidgety knife, comes almost spot on for everything. It's a little bit, mine is a little bit hard for the reverse. I mean, if you get in here, you can kind of get it that way, but I really have to like stabilize the base just because where you hold it. So that reach around grab right there to opening it is a little bit stiff for mine, but that's normal. The detent for the reverse lock is perfect for me. It's like a medium detent. I don't like rip your finger off detent for the reverse lock, but this isn't to that. And I know Kev has like a 50-minute video talking about all the different QC problems that they went through, not problems, the QC that they went through, and the differences that they saw in some of them and everything from what was going on there. So I'm really thrilled with this one. I couldn't be happier with it. It's gonna definitely be in a rotation for the month of May. We'll see how long I hold on to it, probably forever. But you never know what happens with knives, obviously. So yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled with it. It just has a beautiful blade. I really love that belt satin finish. You don't see that very often, but having those grind lines like that is just killer. It makes that hollow grind really stand out, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. You can get some textured scales to put on it. I didn't get those. I didn't, obviously, like I said, I didn't get the knife when it originally came out, picked it up secondhand. And I'll probably be looking for some of those textured scales if I can find them somewhere. That would be fantastic. It looks like the little diamond texturing on it. So gives you just a little bit more grippiness to it. But the knife, because it's contoured, fits in your hand really well, has good jimping up here, and has a really good spot for your fingers if you need to. You don't need that at all. You can absolutely have a good grip and good ergos on the knife without it. I think it adds a little bit more aesthetically and gives you the grip, but knife in itself is phenomenal. So yeah, I would say this is probably my second favorite fidgety knife. My first favorite just goes with the Kunwu Mini Tau or Tau Compact. This one right here, my favorite fidget knife by far. You can just do so many things with this knife. You can do that reverse, you can do the front up top like here, and then also when you're closing it down, you can do a little forehand flick like that too. So the compact Tau is probably my favorite fidget knife. I've got it set up lefty right now, so I carry it as a secondary. But yeah, this is gonna easily become one of my favorite fidgets, and it'll be something that I can hopefully get better at that reach around opening. I know it's not necessarily the easiest and most common, but it is definitely fun to work with. Ooh, Spidey flick there, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, not much else to say about this. I think this buzz is absolutely spectacular. Really looking forward to what their Divo's doing and what they're putting out there. I know they've got some prototypes that they've been working on as well. So this is going to be just a little bit of a sight into the future with Divo Knives, and they have some absolutely killer knives out there. You've got the Buzz, the Mash, the Stout, and the Growlers downstairs right now. So absolutely love what Divo's doing. They're putting some amazing stuff out there. Highly recommend them. Highly love everything that they've been doing. Like I said, Pony Stout drops tomorrow. If you can, head over to White Mountain Knives and pick one up. If you can still find a Mash, they are fantastic. And these Buzz will drop here later once they come as well. I believe Blade HQ is going to have some of the Buzz. So go pick them up. Didn't really intend for this to be like a Divo video, but there you go. You've got kind of my Divo lineup as of right now. Obviously absent the Growler, which is downstairs, and I'm not going to go pick it up just to finish the video off. But yeah, Divo Buzz is absolutely fantastic. Love it, and not much left to say. So until next time, TTFN.